What if the darkest shadows of history weren't just stories? Imagine a night darker than pitch, where the veil between life and death grows thin, almost translucent. A night where the air itself seems heavy with secrets, and every whisper could be a warning from beyond. In 1692, Salem streets weren't just filled with fear. They brimmed with something far worse, a palpable dread that seeped into every corner of the town. Accused witches vanished, their fates shrouded in mystery and despair, but some say their curses still linger, twisting reality and haunting the living. Those who dare walk the ancient roads claim to hear faint cries carried on the wind, shadows that dart just beyond sight, and an unsettling feeling that something unseen watches, waiting. Jump to 1939, to the frozen wilderness of Russia's Ural Mountains, where the Dyatlov Pass incident unfolded under a sky as cold and unforgiving as the earth beneath. 9 hikers, seasoned and prepared, embarked on what should have been an exhilarating adventure, but what they found was something far more sinister. Their bodies were discovered scattered, some with inexplicable injuries, fractures without external wounds, others missing eyes or their tongues. No signs of struggle or animal attack were evident. Theories ranged from avalanches to secret military tests, but none could fully explain the eerie silence that enveloped the site. Witnesses who explored the area later reported strange phenomena: sudden drops in temperature, unexplained lights dancing in the sky, and an oppressive feeling that chilled the soul. Could something otherworldly have sealed their fate? Something beyond human understanding, lurking just at the edge of perception. Now picture the infamous Amityville house. More than just a haunted home, it became a hotspot for malevolent spirits and inexplicable occurrences that defied logic. Doors slammed shut with no one near, voices whispered in empty rooms, shadows lengthened in unnatural ways, and cold spots appeared and vanished without cause. The Lutz family's experience was so harrowing that it shook believers and skeptics alike, spawning countless books, films, and investigations. Paranormal experts who have studied the house speak of an energy so dark it seems almost sentient, a lingering evil that thrives on fear and pain. Yet beneath these terrifying events lies a deeper question. What fuels such malevolence? Is it truly ghosts or demons, or is it something more insidious, our own collective fear, feeding the darkness? Here's the twist. Many of these horrors started from human fear itself, turning pain into petrifying legends that grow with each retelling. Fear, after all, is a powerful force, capable of warping perception and reality. Some paranormal experts argue that inviting such fear allows darkness to seep in deeper, feeding off our vulnerabilities and shaping our experiences. The mind, it seems, can be both a gateway and a prison, conjuring shadows that dance just beyond understanding. What if the real terror isn't ghosts or demons at all, but our own minds, playing tricks in the dim light, bending reality to our deepest anxieties? And here's the kicker. Recent scientific studies reveal that places soaked in tragic history emit low-frequency sounds known as infrasound, which can manipulate how we perceive reality. These sounds are often imperceptible to the conscious ear, but can cause feelings of unease, anxiety, and even hallucinations. This phenomenon might explain why shadows seem alive, why whispers echo from nowhere, and why some people experience overwhelming dread in certain locations. Our senses betray us, influenced by unseen waves that stir the imagination and awaken primal fears. So next time you hear a whisper or see a flicker in the corner of your eye, pause. Is it just your mind playing tricks, or is something darker watching? Is it a remnant of a tortured past, a restless spirit, or simply the echo of human emotion imprinted on a place? Would you dare to explore these haunted tales, to step into the unknown, and face the mysteries that lurk in the shadows? Or will you let the fear keep you away, locking the stories away in the safety of daylight and rational thought? Dive into the comments. What paranormal event chills you to your core? Is it the silent terror of the Dyatlov Pass, the cursed legacies of Salem, or the malevolent presence of the Amityville house? Perhaps you have your own story, a moment when the veil thinned and you glimpsed something beyond understanding. Share your experiences, your theories, your fears, and together we can unravel the threads of darkness that weave through history and the human mind. But let's take a deeper journey now, beyond the surface of these infamous tales, into the fabric of fear itself. Fear is ancient, woven into our very DNA as a survival mechanism. It alerts us to danger, sharpens our senses, and keeps us alive. Yet, fear also has a darker side. It can imprison us, distort reality, and give birth to monsters that exist only because we believe in them. History is littered with examples where fear birthed legends so powerful they transcended generations. Consider the Salem witch trials, for example. The hysteria that gripped the town was not just about accusations of witchcraft, but a manifestation of social tensions, religious fervor, and deep-seated anxieties. The fear of the unknown, the fear of the other, turned neighbor against neighbor and fueled a legacy of terror that still echoes centuries later. The idea of curses lingering is less about supernatural malevolence and more about the collective trauma that imprints itself on a place and its people. Similarly, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains an enigma not just because of the physical evidence, but because it taps into primal fears, the fear of nature's indifference, the fear of the unknown wilderness, and the fear of being utterly powerless. The unexplained injuries challenge our understanding of reality, pushing the boundaries of what we accept as possible. Some speculate about secret weapons or extraterrestrial encounters, but perhaps the most unsettling notion is that something beyond human comprehension was at play, something that defies explanation and invites endless speculation. The Amityville horror, meanwhile, exemplifies how fear can manifest in the physical world. The house itself became a symbol, a vessel for collective anxieties about domestic security, evil, and the unseen forces that might invade our personal spaces. The stories that emerged were so potent they blurred the lines between reality and fiction, creating a cultural phenomenon that continues to captivate and terrify. This house reminds us that sometimes the scariest hauntings are those that expose the darkness within ourselves and our communities. But beyond these tales lies a universal truth, the power of suggestion and the mind's capacity to create reality. Psychological studies have shown that when individuals expect to encounter paranormal phenomena, their brains can produce experiences that feel utterly real. Ghostly apparitions, strange sounds, even physical sensations. This phenomenon, known as the nocebo effect, illustrates how belief and fear can shape perception, creating a feedback loop that intensifies the experience. Infrasound, the low-frequency sound waves we mentioned earlier, further complicates this picture. These sounds can cause chills, anxiety, and a sense of presence, even when no one else detects anything unusual. Some haunted locations have been found to have natural sources of infrasound, such as wind passing through cracks or geological activity, which may explain why these places feel so unsettling. It's a reminder that the boundary between the physical world and the psychological is porous, and that our senses can be deceived in profound ways. So what does this mean for us? It means that when we step into the realm of the paranormal, we are not just encountering ghosts or demons. We are confronting the mysteries of the human mind, the power of history, and the fragility of perception. The stories we tell, the fears we hold, and the places we inhabit all intertwine, creating a tapestry of terror that is both deeply personal and universally human. This understanding doesn't diminish the power of these tales. Instead, it enriches them. It allows us to appreciate the complexity of fear and the ways it shapes our experience of the world. It invites us to explore not just the external hauntings, but the internal ones, the fears that lurk in our hearts and minds, shaping how we see the shadows around us. So, as you consider these haunted tales, ask yourself what scares you the most. Is it the idea of restless spirits, malevolent entities, or the unknown forces that might be watching? Or is it the realization that sometimes the greatest darkness lies within ourselves, our fears, our memories, and the stories we tell to make sense of the world? That perhaps the true horror is the fragile line between reality and imagination, and the power of our minds to cross it. And as you ponder these questions, remember that the next time you hear a whisper in the dark or catch a flicker of movement from the corner of your eye, it might just be your mind weaving tales from shadows, or it might be something far older and deeper, a lingering echo of history, or an unseen presence that watches silently, waiting. Would you dare to explore these haunted tales further? To delve into the mysteries that have baffled historians, scientists, and paranormal investigators for centuries? Or will you let the fear hold you back, preserving the unknown as a source of endless terror? The choice is yours. Dive into the comments. Share your thoughts, your experiences, and your fears. Together we can explore the shadows, unravel the mysteries, and perhaps find light in the darkest tales. What do you believe lies behind the veil? The shadows await your answer.